I am nervous. I'm losing it. Some of my favorite projects to build are projects for you guys. So when Vector Talent Solutions reached out to build them an epic conference table, of course I said let's do it. Now, a few things to note here. One, this will be the largest table I've ever made in my entire life. We're looking at a 16-foot conference table that, depending on the slab, is gonna vary from like 40 down to 36 inches wide. The second ridiculous aspect of this build is that we gotta deliver this sucker to Colorado. So let's get to designing. So for this table, Chris and I sat down and put considerable hours into coming up with concepts to present to Vector Talent Services. They had a couple things they wanted to include, one being their team slogan, which I thought would be perfect for usage in the base of the table because it was a little bit longer. Two, they want to use both of their brand logos on the top of the table. And lastly, they'd like to include all the branches of the military's challenge coins in the table, as well as their own challenge coin. So we had to get creative. For the design itself, you can see in the rendering that we came up with this pretty cool base that spans 3 different pillar style base parts that will be made completely of walnut and then captured with a powder coated steel. The top itself, we landed on a single slab that we sourced from Gobi walnut, which is absolutely ridiculous. It is one piece and it will be the absolute maxed size possible we can fit on our CNC to get flat and to also do all of the logoing. So this thing is getting more and more tricky by the minute, not to mention we have designed the entire thing to be knocked down so we can take it apart and deliver it all the way to Colorado from Pittsburgh. The guys just informed me that the slab just got here, so let's crack this thing open and see how big it actually is. That's a huge bitch. Me, she's big. Say, just be a man. He's a big one, huh? And that is what an $8,000 piece of wood looks like. We've had this sucker in here for a little over a month acclimating. Important, I think, when you do buy a slab from the other coast of the country to at least let it acclimate to your shop. Way different humidities and temperatures here. So we're gonna get this thing out of the crate onto some sawhorses, cut it down to size, start flattening and getting to work. I'm gonna pull it back. So that side's gonna wanna swing back out. Just hold
it right here. I've got leather.
Okay. No, he doesn't. She's big. And our CNC can only handle 16 foot in length, and that's also what the client's looking for on the project. So in order to get 16 feet of length and make sure that we're not out of square, the way I like to do it is I find center of the slab at a couple spots. This one has so much movement in it. I'll just pick a spot. As you guys can see, we'll take the chalk line and then we'll go end to end, pull the chalk line taut, give ourselves line. The reason we do this is because we now have a straight edge that we could then take square off of both sides. But this slab is so big, we've got to be a little bit smarter about the material we're removing. So unfortunately, this edge, the saw dipped down considerably in that area. Right now, we're gonna cut a straight edge down here, and then we'll pull our 16 feet from it off of our square chalk line. Ah, what a beauty. She's pinching. Be a man, you little bitch. Pull it to you. That's why we wear steel toes, kids. Alrighty.
Holy shit.
Now we gotta get this thing on the CNC. Damn, son.
Sam down there checking that one where we're just waiting for somebody to move this one closer.
Atlas shrugged. Oh.
Still got it.
Surgery is what I got in my future. How level's our table?
I mean, we've never done anything this big since I've been here, so.
Yeah, that's probably important. Darn. I want to puke with somebody.
Okay, well, now you're past it. Stop, stop. Everything that you're doing, stop.
Yep. Now we get to try and flip this son of a bitch. Okay, slow. Turn. Okay, coming down. Coming down.
Golden right here.
I'm going up. Yep. Come on. Made it out. and I've only got a few scratches, so we're good. We took a ton of the bow out of it naturally with the first flattening pass. It's got a huge divot up there, so Chris is gonna reset the table heights and all that good stuff, and then we're gonna get her, it's so absurd, we're gonna get her flat. Gonna get this thing off the table now so we can work on removing this bark inclusion and getting some of the detailed stuff done. Oh, pray for my spinal cord. You ready? You ready to insert the rod?
I'm ready to insert your rod wherever you tell me to, John.
What did he say?
Okay. You only probably need to go like in this area, and then as I pull, it shouldn't, well, we'll see. 3, 2, 1, roll. Oh yeah, there's no way you were getting that up, Joe. My elbows almost snapped there. Big boy elbows. Go ahead and move it back. That's how they built the pyramids.
It's a made-up tale.
Now Sam, can you get this around? What idiot thought this was a good idea? All right, I'm on this one now. Shimmy this table. Back. Oh, okay, keep going. Go to your home. All right. You know what, Joe? Sam's new nickname, the Rod Father.
Oh, man.
That wasn't too bad. Hey, real quick. I was just talking to Ron, and we realized you're not subscribed. A lot of you aren't subscribed, and you should subscribe. We've got epic stuff coming down the line. When we hit 1 million subs, I'm just gonna say you're gonna wanna be wearing pants when I hit 1 million subs. So hit that subscribe button. Now let's get into it.
Now we're just gonna start milling up all the wood for the panels we gotta glue up for the base, and then the stretchers, and then I gotta start CNCing a bunch of stuff.
Chris and Sam got all the parts cut for the base, so I'm gonna get to welding. We're gonna do a little bit of TIGging today so I can have some control, and this base has a lot of really cool things going on, so I'm pumped to get moving on it. Let's burn. On the top, we've got this bark inclusion. Now, if you know me, you know bark doesn't stick around, ever.
Ever. Even if there's a fire.
This will continue to die and fall out of the slab here, so I don't care how good you think it looks. We're just gonna go ahead and crack it up, get it out. Now we've got some space to play. One of the major concerns with this is that we have this end piece here that we gotta get rid of. So I have to do an interesting epoxy fill on this, and I'll make a better assessment once I get it cleaned out, but there's a lot more under it than there is visible on top. I think I'm gonna have to flip it over, Joe. Do you think I can do this on my own?
Yes,
Yes?
I do. That's why I think you shouldn't.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Why that reaction?
There's no way it's happening.
Hold my beak. Don't do this at home, kids.
Little does John know I secretly work for OSHA. We're about to bust him right here.
Come here. Stay there. You're good. You're good. I got it.
Physics tells me otherwise.
Yeah, well.
There's no way.
Suck it, Daddy.
You use the tables.
What do you mean? That's how you lift and rotate a 16-foot long table by yourself. I don't want to hear anything about anybody else on the internet flipping tables ever again. Folks at Vector are like, I need to recruit some dudes that are that strong, which I'm going to tell you more about later. Winning isn't a sometimes thing. Now we're going to prep the bottom for some epoxy. I'm actually going to get the nylon wheels out. So I'm building a little like jig, you could call it, for this epoxy pour on here, just to like make it a little easier on our end. I absolutely hate these techniques. Like, I'm terrified of it because leaks are like almost inevitable. Fingers crossed. So we're gonna caulk these down to the table like this, screw them, let it dry, then flip it and pour the resin and pray.
All right, so John's not here, so we've got to attempt to flip this bad boy over so we can fill these bark inclusions with epoxy. Let that cure, get it on the CNC table so I can CNC their logo. And fingers crossed we don't F this up because it's an expensive slab and John would murder us.
If us three can't do this, then we're a bunch of...
I felt like she was tilting more this way.
He's like, oh, I'm gonna die.
We're in the midst of emergency repair. She's bleeding, so we're trying to suture her up. There's a hole on the other side. We're using this advanced Gorilla Tape to seal the hole, but this is in no part any fault of Papa John. He gave us all the tools we needed for success. Now we're adapting and overcoming through this.
I'm throwing John under the bus. This is all his fault.
Leaks are like almost inevitable.
As usual, when we pour epoxy, things tend to not go right. This dam here that was left for us by Sir John is leaking, so we're trying to patch it up. Our patch job isn't working, so we're gonna try to patch it up some more, and hopefully that stops the leak.
The next day.
It made a sick art piece.
It kind of did.
It's like a piece of art.
Super sick leak at the beginning of this, and then whenever we had the leak, we used this paper towel method to plug up the leak, and then believe it or not, the epoxy cured on the paper towel, which also cured on the edge of the slab, and now we'd like to remove it.
So the slab's all sanded down, we filled all the cracks with epoxy. Now it's time to get this bad boy on the CNC, carve out the logo, and then fill that with epoxy, and then sand it again.
This monster is looking monstrous and awesome. The CNCing came out absolutely perfectly, and we are super excited about it. As you can see here, pretty much no tear out on any of these letters, so it is time to get all of them backfilled. And while we fill those with the gold that the client chose, I want to take a second and tell you a little bit more about Vector. Let's take a second to talk about who we're making this table for, Vector Talent Solutions. Vector Talent Solutions is a full spectrum recruiting and staffing firm aimed at finding solutions for the veteran community. Vector Talent Solutions is also dedicated to bridging the gap between corporations and job seekers. They are proudly a service-disabled veteran-owned business, and Vector Talent Solutions has recently expanded nationwide and is serving veterans and non-veterans in all kinds of diverse industries across the United States. Their focuses are on direct placement, managed service programs, and partnering with military recruitment, which I think is really awesome, especially the direct placement services that are absolutely free for anyone seeking a job. I know a lot of veterans watch the channel, and I thought this could be a great opportunity for those out there seeking employment to capitalize on something that I really think is amazing. Because Vector Talent Solutions is a veteran-owned and focused business, they're able to team up with the U.S. Department of Labor and many more opportunities to bring more jobs to veterans. They understand the veteran transition, which I think is amazing. And so whether you're a job seeker or an employer, you should check out Vector Talent Solutions. I got a link down below for you to see more information. And I am so stoked and grateful that they gave us the opportunity to build this amazing conference table, as well as come out and meet them in person at their amazing new facility. Thank you, Vector Talent Solutions. Now let's get back to this ridiculous build.
Now we've taken over to the CNC, flattened it out. Sam spent a lot of time sanding it, getting it nice and pretty. Now we're going through, we had these guys cut on the plasma, welded together, had them powder coated, we just got those back. So now what we're gonna do is install all the threaded inserts to attach these to the legs, get everything attached so we can kind of do our mock-up and check to see everything's good.
I am super pumped because we are on the final stages. You've been watching a lot of threaded insert life happen. We're still there. So we've got these big old BP 3/8 inch by 1 1/4 or 1 inch threaded inserts. A little tip, get some shop wax on the end. We cut these like super tight. So I'm gonna use an impact wrench and just ease it on down. just piss off everyone who hates impact drivers, mostly Sam. I wouldn't suggest an impact driver if you are not in like the heart of the wood. If you're on the edge, you're gonna blow the edge apart. A couple more to go in and then we can mock this thing up and start finishing the top. Home stretch, bitches. It's only been 6 months. So here's a little tip for you guys. We mounted these inserts inside the table, which means none of this will be visible. I marked with a permanent marker inside of here which part goes where, and it coincides with our piece over here. You probably noticed while I was inserting those threads, these fantastic looking, fitting, gorgeous eyewear that I've been wearing. And I'm so excited to let you guys know that shop shades are now available for pre-sale. We are Z87 Plus ANSI certified. For those of you that are asking, grab a pair now because the price will increase once the pre-sale is over. And I'm sending a signed badge with all pre-sale orders. In order to make this all kind of go together easily, what we're looking at is an easy labeling system. We're gonna be putting this together. We'll permanently transfer the marks to be hidden on this piece, but it would help if anyone for some reason decided to take this table apart and wanted to move it or something like that in the future. So we're just gonna make sure everything fits and then we will flip this sucker over.
So Vector has asked us to install the 6 branches of the military's coins into the table. So we decided to put them into the ends. So I made templates for us to be able to have perfect spacing at the end, and we're gonna route those out and then epoxy them in so they don't move. Sam is now putting the double-sided tape on, and we've got this lip here that'll hold the template on. We'll clamp it on so it doesn't move, route it in, and we're good to go.
People, one of the last things to do on this sucker is get the finish on. This is make or break for the whole project. Doesn't fit anywhere else, so we're gonna go down towards the door, hit it with 2-part catalyzed lacquer, and just go through the finishing process. We'll probably do 4 or 5 coats total, letting it off gas and doing all that fun stuff. It's probably a week's worth of finishing, but it's what it takes to build big shit. So let's go. Ready? Up. Oh. Okay. Now, I gotta pick my side. It's gonna stay on that point. Should have enough room to let it come down. Body's on this side. 3, 2, 1, down. Did you just rip your pants?
I ripped my pants.
And now let us spray.
The only thing we have left is just to glue the coins in the slots I mortised out on the edge and top of the table. So we're gonna use some 5-minute epoxy to attach those. We should be good to go.
For stuff like this, we like to hand deliver. And also, these guys are awesome over at Vector, so we wanted to meet them. We're piling in a budget U-Haul and driving across the country. Let's go. Godspeed, buddy. We just got to Colorado. Sam's here. Truck is in one piece. Let's go see where we got to deliver this thing, Sam.
Hi.
We staged that moment to make it more awkward for Sam on camera.
I can feel it.
Well, we are off to a great start. We're walking straight into a wall. They said there's stairs. So, well, man, I'm nervous now. I got duped. Oh. We're gonna borrow. Down here, in there, and then straight through. Okay. Oh man, we couldn't have been further, huh? No. In there. In there. Holy shit. If we survive. Yeah, we're gonna get the basin first, and we could probably bring that straight up the elevator. We'll get that assembled. We'll say a team prayer to Ron Swanson, and then grab a bunch of as many hands as we can get, and I guess hump it up here. Awesome. This is not gonna be as easy as I thought. I thought we had a real, I thought it was 3 tiers around a corner and right in the room. I don't know why I had that idea in my head. Nope, it's not broken into 2,000 pieces. Starting off with a win. Does anybody need a stretch? Everybody warmed up. I'm gonna take the back, which will be the bottom, so I can die with it if it dies. Okay.
Does anybody like use a tape measure to make sure this is gonna fit?
Yep, I did. I am nervous. Okay. Everyone okay? Watch your fingers. We'll all try to swing it over. We can rest it. Everyone readjust.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Sure.
Was it too tall though?
Yes, it's 16 feet long. It only looks about like 14. Sorry. I was told to fit. I believe. Down. Back. Okay, go on the steps for the transfer. There you go, Shane. That point. Okay. We only have to do this one more time. Let's try not to drag it, please. All right. Pause. Pause. Hang on a second. Up, I got it in the back. Ready? Up, forward. Oh, drop, it's gonna. We got hands on the top. All right, we're off the rail, straight back. We only gotta do it one more time, guys and girls. Shit. Okay, I'm going up. Leave it on the ground in the back. It'll make it lighter. All right, okay, we're over. Pause. Pause. I'm going under. Hey, let's get friendly. Out. Can't do the same thing this way. Let's get a couple guys on the stairs. I'll go with the overhead press. Lightens it. And then we got it. I'm off. Okay, we don't have a pole this time. Woo! Okay, let me get on the back for imminent death. And when you guys are ready, we can go. Okay. I'm as far as I can go. I'm losing it. Okay, we're good. Okay, and down. We're not home yet. All right, pause, switch sides. Stop. Down.
Get your arm underneath.
No, we're good. I don't need an arm. You got two.
Get your watch.
Okay. Swing.
Yeah.
We're fine on swing. Shane, how are you looking?
Are you good? Yeah.
You can keep swinging.
Bending.
We're clear?
Yep. Perfect.
Oh, God bless America.
Perfect.
Look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
God, I'm gonna need some help. We're on the counter.
There you go. You want some help? I can sit down.
No, film. If I die, get it on film. If my spinal cord shoots out of my asshole, get on film. Okay, let's go down a pod. All right. Woo! Love it. We kept it padded because we know you guys like to party. Yes. So that was genuinely, in 10 years of building and delivering things, the most difficult moving of a tabletop we've ever had. We did try to plan as much as we could to get it in here. I think somewhere it got lost in translation how big this thing was, but she's in. We're gonna unwrap her, and then we're gonna actually give you guys enough B-roll to make sure you're satiated so you don't complain. Let's go. All right, come on. So I know you're the one individual who's been waiting for this the longest. Oh, you're right. No, you and Josh were on it first call, but she lives. It's been a year. It's been a full year. So these guys reached out and we were like understaffed. We weren't gonna be able to do it. We kind of came together, found a way to make it happen. What do you think?
Beautiful. This is something else.
So we've got a single solid Claro walnut slab. It spans from close to 4 feet down at this end, down to 40 or so inches.
That's awesome.
You think Josh will like it?
Absolutely.
This was an awesome, fantastic opportunity.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. I was super pumped to be able to shine a light on what you guys are doing. If you guys want to see more from everything that Vector is doing, I'm gonna link down below. And hopefully this was enough B-roll for you guys.